episode is brought to you by GameFound. Create a free pledge manager for your project.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia. Hello.
I'm Mike Delisio.
Welcome to crowdfunding. Crowdsurfing, sorry. Hey, you know, it's been a while since we've done this. 3 weeks. Last time we did this, we were like, here's all the stuff coming in 3 weeks. But now we're back to our weekly schedule. And so we're talking about a Kickstarter. I was about to say in GameFound, but no GameFound project this week, although there will be some next week.
That's right. Yeah, I thought there was still one left, but I don't think so.
Also, there's a giant storm outside.
Very good point.
So if you lose us, that's the likely cause.
That is true.
But if you want to blame Comcast, I'm fine with that.
Well, I'm blaming the weather on Comcast.
Ah!
So all roads lead to the cast.
That is correct.
All right. Yeah, so, as I saw in the comment, there's no dice projects this week. That is weird.
No.
What?
There may be some card projects.
A couple of card projects.
Yeah. This is a... We'll see. We'll see how this week plays out.
Where's the soap? Where's the weird
We need
stuff?
soap.
All right. Well, we have weird stuff. All right. If you're new to this show, we talk about stuff that's ending in the next 9 days or so, 7 days, somewhere in that time frame. Because hey, next week we'll do it again.
Right.
These are uninformed, other than looking at the project itself, opinions. Sometimes we have a little bit more information, and we're just gonna tell you what we think about it. So don't get offended, because here we go.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, I don't have anything to say in that regard. This is not I actually think this project's interesting. That's the Spill. Now, this one I actually saw in person, or at least a prototype of it, at Gen Con.
Yeah, I did too.
And I'm attracted to this because this is a dice tower.
Correct.
Any game that uses it, well, it's a dice randomizer.
It's a randomizer, yeah. It's similar to like the Loop,
All
basically.
you do is you just drop the dice in that thing, they hit the round thing on the bottom, and they come out. And that's oil. That's
right.
What you're trying to do is you're trying to stop your animals from getting oily in the ocean. You're trying to stop an ocean spill.
They're calling it like a reverse tower defense. I knew that would bother you for some reason.
I don't like when people say reverse and it's not actually a reverse tower defense, because a reverse tower defense is attacking a tower. That's
true, I suppose. Yeah, I guess, but it does, I don't know, it makes some sense to me.
No, what they mean is it's the stuff that you're defending against is coming from the middle rather than the outside, but that's not a reverse tower defense.
All right.
That's just a tower defense where the stuff comes from one spot in the middle.
So you thought you weren't going to get fired up. I already got you fired up in the first project.
You're right.
That's fantastic.
I'm going to be designing a reverse cooperative game.
Now here's something I want to say about this.
I'm going to do a reverse semi-co-op.
About this project. First of all, I do
Oh,
like the theme. Second of all, I have not, and this is nothing against the publisher, but I have not been very interested or attracted to Smirk and Dagger or Smirk and Laughter games. It's just not in my wheelhouse, their games typically. However, very interested in this one, and also very interested in a game that I'm sure we'll be covering on the channel somewhat soon, the Night Cage, that they released, a cooperative game at Gen Con that was getting a lot of buzz, a lot of people were playing it. So I'm interested. It seems like they're shifting a little bit maybe in some of the games they're putting out, right? It's usually been kind of, take that type games, party type games.
Yes, but that does lead to a problem.
Okay, what's the problem?
Here, and the problem is, which of these companies published the game? This ain't Smirk and Laughter.
Well, they've got both. It says...
Yeah, I know, but they usually brand games one or the other. Okay. So this isn't like, ha ha ha, like oil!
No, right.
But it's also not Smirk and Dagger because it's a co-op game.
But should they have to be that tied to that? I mean, can it not just be the name of a
I think
company?
they should have just kept the Smirk and Dagger game and just not worried about the other one.
Why don't they just call it Smirk?
Smirk is not a positive word.
No? It's Smirk has a little connotation.
Smirk and Dagger is certainly not better.
No, but I'm saying that this one doesn't fit either, though. So is this Smirk and Thoughtful?
You're right.
Yeah, no, I agree. Whatever. I'm not gonna get that.
I'm not either. That's just a minor thing.
I think it is I agree with you, Mike, that this looks like a different kind of game and project than they usually put out. This, if you had not told me what company it's from and asked me to guess, they're like near the bottom of my guesses.
Absolutely.
It's Smirk and Dagger.
Yeah.
It looks pretty interesting. I do like the way the randomizer in the center works. I think those tiles are definitely from Vicious Fishes. And
I'll be awaiting my royalties.
I don't know.
And I think the entire thing has a neat theme. It seems well put together.
Quanche Moria art, so it's going to look good. You know.
Everything I saw here with the dice, the ship moving around the outside, placing those dice, it looks neat. I like the...
Dice tower, done. You don't need to say anything else?
Well, the whole dice moving towards the outside, spreading the oil. That's a cool mechanism.
Yeah, I'm pretty
into it.
Intrigued by this one, yes.
Let's go. I want to play.
Moving on.
Dungeons of Infinity!
Is this based on a video game?
Is it?
Or is it just like extremely close to that video game?
Does that cover not really remind you in placement and the font of Lords of Waterdeep?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like, very, very much.
But also, there's that video game. What is that video game called, Tom?
Dungeon Lords?
No. It's like...
Oh, the Dicefarian Guard. I've heard of that.
There's an RPG. I know you've played it because you're the one who told me about it. You used to play on a computer or the iPad or something.
Baldur's Gate?
No, man. Come on. It sounds like this.
Shards of Infinity?
Dungeons of Doom? The one I have a cassette tape for, my thing?
Dungeons of
Somebody
Doom?
will tell me in the comments.
Is that a real
I
thing?
just can't remember what it's called. I should have looked it up.
I have to remember, there are a few dungeon crawlers this week. Is this the one that I was like, this looks a little derivative, but then I got down to the heroes, and I thought the heroes were kind of cool looking and didn't look like every other hero. We'll have to wait till we get down. I think it might be this one, where I was like not that into it, but then the further down I went, it looked like there was maybe a little bit more that
Divinity? Yeah, that one, the Divinity. Isn't there a video game called something Divinity?
I never played Divinity.
I don't know.
I'm all confused.
Pillars of Eternity. That's it.
Oh, I said Baldur's Gate. Pillars of Eternity was the sequel to Baldur's Gate.
Sure, why not? Also,
Not a sequel. It's inspired by Baldur's Gate.
Pillars of Eternity.
It was a reverse Baldur's
looks
Gate.
like this game. It's got similar font. It's got similar word placement.
Oh, okay.
It almost feels, too close, honestly. What is this one called?
All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, wow. You're not kidding, Z. That's
come on.
pretty close.
Oh, wow. That's a huge picture. Just click on another thumbnail, man.
What are we doing here?
So there's Dungeon of Infinity, Pillars of Eternity.
That's pretty close.
Infinity, Eternity.
Eternal Infinity.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Dungeons of Eternal
Infinity. This
Infinity.
feels like Pillars of Eternity meets Waterdeep.
Right. Yeah.
I would look this over. I would think it's one of those things.
I like that a peasant is one of the...
I do. If this is... I'm trying to remember if this is the one I was talking about. It's
Dungeons
so
of
far
IKEA says.
My concern with this one is it looks super generic. But it might be good, but it looks super generic.
Yeah, this might not be the one. But I said we have so many dungeon crawlers. We have like 2 or 3 this week.
We just got a giant one that showed up
you
at
said
the
there were
studio.
no dice. I see dice.
Dice, baby!
Metal coins. Returning backers.
Oh, first edition.
Oh, okay.
We've never
I don't
gotten this
remember
to first
covering
edition.
this, but who knows?
Well, look, I'm in for this because it's another dungeon crawler, and I'll keep trying them until I find the one that I like the best.
I'm going to pass on this.
I'll let you go for that.
All right. Unsurmountable. This is solo.
Unsurmountable.
Unsurmountable.
I looked this up today. Because
I thought, if it's a different word?
I thought that either this was a made-up word. I thought maybe they were trying to do some clever word play. Technically, there is both insurmountable and unsurmountable, and they're synonyms. They're both words. I had never heard of unsurmountable
It's
before.
very underused.
Very much. It's underused.
It's an archaic probably usage of it.
Right. It's odd.
I read in the comments for this because this is one I had looked at previously because I just not too long ago backed something from Button Shy. So when this popped up, I thought, I was very happy with those games. So in the comments, someone brought it up like, hey, isn't it insurmountable? And the Jason Tagmeyer, I guess it was, said, yeah, but whatever, we're just having some fun with it.
Yeah. That's kind of what I thought it might be like that. But that being said, Scott Alms, 18 card button shy game. I'm down for it. I like the
it's funny.
idea. Yeah.
When I look at this, my mind is like, this looks like it's not going to be that big of a deal. 18 cards, solo, who cares? And then I remember Sprawlopolis.
Right,
I'm like, all right, you never know.
This could be good. I mean, they've had more hits than misses lately, I would say, button shy.
Yeah.
They are a little bit on fire there, yeah.
This is a very cute one. Now, I'm not as excited about it because it is a solitaire-only little pocket game.
Right.
Sprawlopolis, baby.
No, you can play that co-op.
Technically plays with two,
Not really,
but
though.
I agree.
Come on,
That's
it's
a
a
solo
solo
game.
game.
That is a solo game. I wish there was more than just a puzzler for one in here.
Sure.
But it looks very cute. I like the theme. I like the little mountain climbing deal going on. This is a nice one. This looks neat. I would play this.
And I like it's very simple. You know, you're kind of building up that pyramid. You have to place something on top of two other cards, but you can also remove a card from a row to take that power. It's neat.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah.
All right, Kolinsky Sable paintbrushes by Cryptic Cabin. That sure feels like a bunch of words thrown together.
A lot of words. A lot of words.
Cryptic Cabin.
So
That's
these,
a cool company.
the hook here is that these are paintbrushes that are specifically designed for minis, and if that's the case, what differentiates them from other brushes? Is it the size of the bristles? Is it I don't know. I'm like legitimately
all
concerned.
these little paintbrushes in this genre designed for minis?
I don't know.
Designed for any fine painting. I don't think these.
Yeah,
I don't think the bristles in this are any different than any other paintbrush. I assume.
I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of wish they would show why these are better than other hobby paintbrush for minis.
Right.
Again,
I want to see two people painting, one with these, and you see a gorgeous miniature.
Yes.
And somebody else painting with a different brush, and they're doing like the whole like,
slop.
has this ever happened
How
to
many
you?
times has this happened to you?
And then the person like dips it in the paint, and they're like,
It flies up in their face.
and then they cut a finger off by chopping onions.
Correct.
That's what is missing.
That's all we need. Give me that video, and I'm
Yeah, I
in.
barely looked at this one, honestly. I don't care. It's paintbrushes for minis.
okay, the comments are not letting go of the unverse in prefix thing there.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, let's
All right,
continue.
Big deal.
The Little Flower Shop dice game. Now, I like the Little Flower Shop
I
game.
did too. I liked that.
It's a drafting game in which you are drafting flowers. You're building a little flower shop.
Super light, like
Very light.
floating away light. Very
I
cute
don't know if
though.
it's that light, but
It's that light.
it's not.
Super
But it is light. I would say Sushi Go is lighter than it.
Okay.
Because in this one, no, because in Little Flower Shop, you had money that you had to deal with. And
You
that's a
did
little
have
bit
some
more
money.
of a thing.
Sure. Okay. I guess.
So which one's lighter? Your microphone wind screen fell
Oh,
off.
well, that's impressive. How many times has this happened to you? There we go.
So which one is lighter?
I say this is lighter, or
Than
the original.
Sushi Go?
Yes. It's definitely lighter than Go. I am looking forward to this. They did like something similar with Herbaceous, where they had Herbaceous Sprouts, which was like a dice game version of a card game. This looks like it's similar to that, except maybe a little bit lighter. Dr. Finn, Steve Finn.
Hey, look, they got my review of
There
Little
you
Flower
go.
Shop. At least there's
Yeah.
no quote.
There's a few of the latest batch, and then stay right there.
Right,
This
right.
is the latest batch. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of those. I've played 3, and I really liked 2.
I played 2 of them. I liked one.
Of the 3 I've played, I really liked 2. I thought Biblio's Quill and Parchment, I think is the
enjoyed that.
name,
I enjoyed
is
that.
a great game, and I thought Mining Colony was very good as well.
Didn't play that. Is it?
Are you sure you didn't play Mining Colony?
I didn't. I watched you guys play.
Oh,
You'd already
I
started.
really like Mining Colony. The school sorcery is very good. I just have a hard time getting past the really bad Harry Potter ripoff artwork.
And we both
Okay.
played the Nanga Parbat, and I wasn't a huge fan of that.
I was not a huge fan of it either.
And I don't like Butterfly Garden.
I haven't played that one.
Nah, it's just a mechanism in a box. There's nothing else.
Okay.
But anyway, that being said, Dr. Finn has a lot of games I like, so
Yeah, and this looks very well put together. It's
It
very
does.
attractive. I like the theme. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah, and the price is right. What's it, like $15 for this?
And you
Come
can-
on down!
And you can add those other games to it, which is neat.
Always
Again,
nice.
that Quill and Parchment, Biblio's one.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
all right. Animo, Red Letter Day. I thought Animo was gone.
We covered this not long ago, the Animo game, or at least something to do with it.
There's something I'm missing here because I don't know what Animo is.
It is a. Okay, let me tell you
It's
what
like
it's not.
biblical Skylanders,
It's
isn't
not
it?
a Christian ripoff of Pokemon.
Right,
Okay?
right.
It's definitely not that. It's also not a Christian ripoff. Again, don't look at that card. That clearly looks like a Pokemon card.
Not a Pokemon,
it is definitely not that.
That's right.
So Christian ripoff of Pokemon.
But you do get to fight.
You get the Cinnies.
What is that? Some sort of particularly malodorous.
It's a little bit odious. Yeah, I don't know.
What is that?
It does look like. It looks like a turd for someone who's really sick.
Lobster claws.
That person did not make it. That was the last time they pooped.
I have no idea what's going on.
And then
here.
they perished.
All right, look.
I'm sorry, that doesn't come out of your body and you survive that.
No, there's nothing good coming from that.
Look, I think I went over the rules of this. This just irritates me. I don't mind. In fact, I want there to be more Christian-themed games. But come up with your own ideas then.
Right.
This just bugs me too much.
It's very derivative.
Yeah.
That's a kind way to put it.
I'm all in.
Z, I'm getting a poster of that globster, whatever it is, and putting it over your desk.
I want a picture of that Cinny.
Cinny Sin Sin.
Okay, let's move on.
Oh, boy.
Jolly Roger, Kraken Epic playing cards.
Chernobyl turd. All right. Z, what are your thoughts on these cards? These are...
How's that legibility?
What legibility is
See,
that?
I knew you were going to say that.
Come on.
I put this on the list because it's making $66,000.
Right.
It's doing very well. This is pretty good for a deck of cards.
Yeah.
I like the card backs. I think they look good. I think thematically this is a nice group. There's been a lot of Kraken decks, to be honest.
These are
And
Kraken. Is that your new phrase now that all the kids say?
No,
This
but
is
I
Kraken.
agree. I agree with Z.
There's a lot of nautical decks
You just can't read this.
with
You can't read
pirates
these.
and
You can't read that at all.
Yeah, no, it's they're really. I'm not loving it. I don't even like those. And again, the index in the corner, I can't see it.
Here's the thing. I think if you actually put them underwater, then you could read them. Is how it
That'd be
works.
cool.
They're
That would
made to
be
be
cool.
played underwater.
Yeah, but I mean, what's with all that writing in the background? Just take that off,
That's
and I
water,
think that
Tom. That's not writing.
that is definitely writing.
It's meant to be looked underwater.
I think it's writing.
What's writing?
It's writing in the background. That little
is
yellow,
like
that
scribbling.
scribbly
Oh,
stuff.
that stuff. Yeah, it's like maps, like cartography looking stuff.
Yeah, no, but if you took that off, I think the card would look better.
I think if you took everything off these cards, they would look better.
Wow,
I'm not a big fan. I like these tuck boxes.
Those are nice,
They're gorgeous.
right? Those are nice.
I kept going through because I was thinking, oh, this is one of the three.
Right.
It looks like this. So let me see what the other ones look like. No, that's the only one they're showing.
I mean, the
Like if there was a different color one, maybe they'd
I think
be
that's
better.
what it is. I think the actual look of them is kind of neat, but you can't read them.
It's not a good color combination.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
blue is too oppressive.
All right. Agemonia. So keep in mind that we played this live here with Robert Geisler. Was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, it was 2 weeks
It
ago.
feels like anywhere
right.
between 2 weeks and 6 years ago.
Exactly. It's all running together.
All right, so this is from Manala Palette. It says their first creative Kickstarter, which isn't quite true because they ran a Kickstarter through Colossal for Eclipse.
Correct.
For sure.
Yes, they did.
So Eclipse is theirs. This is an adventure-style game. So we played through a scenario through
that
this.
one right there.
Yeah.
In this one,
With
in
the
which
tree, right?
yeah, we spent a great amount of time moving a tree.
Correct.
We also fought monsters and stuff, and it was a tutorial, so I know that there's more stuff coming from it. Has a book, and well, actually, instead of books, it uses cards.
Right.
Like it has a book that you go through, but you're reading different cards that cause different things to happen.
And you're putting some cards down for like terrain stuff like they do in ether fields, right?
Yeah. And a card will have now a difference to the artwork, so you put the card covering the old artwork with the new one.
Now you've got a hole there on the ground or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
So there's parts of this that I like a lot. I like the actions and how they unlock, like this is a character, and how you're going to unlock different actions, and you're going to decide what action you're going to take each turn. That the stuff is printed on the board. You discover stuff. I like the fact that some of the stuff says if it's 2 spaces away, it turns over. I like that. That's neat. You know.
I thought that was my favorite thing about the entire thing. I think was exploration. That it simply happens. It is not like. You can go to this token, like Mansions of Madness.
Right.
You can go somewhere and interact with something. In this one, if you're close enough to see something, you see it. I thought that was neat.
You don't
like,
take an action or anything.
Yeah, if I'm 2, this one has a 2.
Right.
Anyone 2 spaces away from that, bam, sees it. This one's a 0. You need to be right on top of it, and then you're like, oh no, it's a Chernobyl turd, whatever. And so.
Now, that being said,
I like that part of it.
Yeah.
I like that. I think the world's okay. It's not generic fantasy, so that's good. The miniatures look fine.
Looks like they also do. They have acrylic standees as an option too.
Yeah,
I thought up there they did.
I think so. I'm not reversing this.
This train only goes one way.
Do a reverse tower defense on that.
I don't like the cover.
I don't either. That's the
I
most
really don't like that
off-putting thing
cover.
about it. I don't like the font.
When we played it, I was a little concerned, and I'm hoping that it might have gotten better. We did a lot of mundane stuff. And turns...
You're kidding me. You moved a tree, Tom.
Yeah.
You moved a tree.
Again,
you
I know
ate
that's
flowers.
the tutorial, although I really firmly believe that tutorial should be like edge of your seat exciting because, again, you want to learn how to play the game.
Someone's asking the price on this.
It's really expensive.
Well, there's going to be multiples because they have
$117 for
minis
just a
and
core
no
box. $175 if you want minis.
Yes, that's not cheap.
$187 for no minis, but you get the expansions.
Okay.
But if you want everything, it's $235.
Yeah.
And if you're a verified retailer, you can pay them a whole lot of money because you're verified.
$235 is a lot of money.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And again, it's a campaign thing. You got multiple chapters. Like I said, the main thing I liked was that sort of self-driven exploration.
Right.
The thing I liked the least was that it was very languid. The pacing was very slow.
A couple people did mention this, that what Claire is saying there is that rules on the flip side of the actual page that you have your minis and stuff on.
That was weird. At one point, we're like, there's a rule. Oh, we should have read that rule before we started.
I got to say, if it's not too late to address that, that would be something to address. That's a real issue.
2 books.
Right.
One is a scenario, another is book of maps.
I agree.
Yeah, that is a very real usability issue, I would think.
I agree, yeah.
But...
Hey, I mean, it's doing well.
I don't know where to put this. It's doing well. I liked it. I didn't dislike it at all. It was fun, but I think in maybe a year I wouldn't remember it much.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of games.
But again,
like
we only
this.
played one scenario, so maybe that was part 2 of a 3-part tutorial scenario. So maybe it got better. I'm hesitant. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I thought it was interesting. The dice combat system worked easy.
And I have liked some games for this publisher before, so you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, everyone likes. I mean, Eclipse is very popular.
Yeah, that's not even my favorite game from them, though.
EOS, Island of Angels, which is a little bit of a tongue twister if you try to say it fast. Island of Angels?
Yes. Also, what does EOS have to... Is that just the name of the island?
EOS stands for... I don't know.
EOS stands for Islands of Angels.
No, it's the Island of Angels. So the thing that's weird to me about this is... I saw this cover a lot, and I didn't notice there was an angel on it for a long time.
There is? Oh, in the back.
See?
Okay. Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, it's not even holding a trident. It's holding a bident. Is that what you would call that?
Yeah, bident.
I'm calling it that right now. Right?
Yeah. Tri means 3, bi means 2, so yes, it's a bident.
It's a bident.
That's so great.
Look, I don't write the news. I just report it.
The Biden. All right. Well, this is Gray Fox. I like 75% of the stuff they put out.
Okay.
Which is, or maybe higher.
But
actually.
I think Gray Fox is just like partnering with this King Raccoon Games. I don't think they're like actually doing the development or any of that. Maybe they are developing it. I don't know, honestly. But
this has a cool look. I like the cover. I like that board a lot.
It's very
that
vibrant.
Board looks awesome.
I will say it's very bright.
I like exactly. This is a neat world. I want to inhabit this place for a couple of hours, you know?
Okay.
That's kind of where I'm at with this one. I like the theme.
Once you get down to the boards, this part looks great.
I
love
like that art
this.
a lot. Yeah.
I like it. I mean, all the different factions here have a really cool look.
This is one where I think the first impression... I wish that they had kind of done something different with, because the first impression is not the best, and I think the more you scroll down, the better it looks.
I agree. The more you go down, it looks better. So, hang on, let me grab this. Come on.
What are you doing?
He's gonna watch. He's gonna do a little.
So you go to the top, and it comes down, and I'm like, I don't know. That layout there doesn't. You don't see everything. It's kind of far out, so you don't think much about it. And then they start talking about all the upgrades, which I wish they wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Because if I'm new to the thing. None of that. And these cards, I'm like, they look okay. They're not great. They're not bad. They look good. But once you get down here.
Right about here is where it starts
I was like,
to look really
wait.
good. I agree.
Oh, wow, that looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one.
I would have let off with these.
Correct. Me too.
And then the stretch goals. And then, this stuff is. fade it? Is it because it's not in yet?
You're highlighted.
You've highlighted it.
Ah! How did I highlight that?
You did that on purpose for some reason.
Why would I have done it?
I don't know.
Where is this? The parts of this guy's body.
So here we finally get to gameplay. And they talk about movement, and they talk about what's going on with the car. I like it.
No, I think it looks like it could be good. It doesn't have the best first impression, I don't think. But if you stick with it, it looks interesting, yeah.
All right.
We are suckers for bright colors.
The Artemis Odyssey. The 1 to 5 player standalone sequel Artemis Project. I'm actually surprised this one's not doing better because Artemis Project was fairly well received as far as I know.
This is a re-implementation of Ad Astra, right? Which was kind of a niche game. It was never a huge game, right? So
I think. Okay, well, both Bruno Fedudi and Serge Leggett, I forgot that they worked together. It's been a while since that's happened, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought. At the time, I played Ad Astra 15 years ago.
Right.
At the time, I was like, hey, you like Catan? Move up to this. I thought Ad Astra was okay back then.
Right.
I think I would not like it now. It felt like a slow Starfarers of Catan. It was not a fast game, if I remember correctly.
Right.
I assume they've done some development work and have changed things up.
Pretty close.
Does it really?
It does. I read through it. I played Ad Astra many years ago also. One of the comments...
12 years ago, not 15.
One of the comments really made me laugh. Because there was someone's comment. Keep going down until we get like people's comments. You know, or like testimonials or what have you.
All right.
One of them said...
How to play.
Produced.
I do remember this. Yep. But, okay.
There. One of them said, talks about that it feels there. Yeah. Feels like a combination of classic games. That's because it's old. And even back then, it felt that way.
Yeah, I remember it not. I don't know. I'll play it again because maybe
I've changed. Right, that's it. I'll try it again because maybe I've changed. Now, I never played the first Artemis game.
Well, see, he's comparing it to Citadels and San Juan. Those are.
I don't know where they're getting Citadels from. It's closer to Mission Red Planet, right? You pick a card and you're going to do what's on that card.
Maybe it's just the idea of simultaneous action. Simultaneous reveal of cards.
It's
That's a big
definitely San Juan because you do one thing for you slightly better than for everybody else.
Right.
And it is definitely Catan.
Yeah.
Yes, it's definitely Catan. I remember playing it thinking, is this a ripoff?
Right.
It's not. They were trying to, it was Bruno Feduti's version of Catan. That's what I always felt.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely give it a shot. I do think that the updated graphics look nice. So.
Well, again, we're only talking about it because I don't know if you know the old one.
I've never played Ad Astra.
Yeah, we've played
I'm
it,
familiar
the old
with
one.
It, but I
so
haven't played it.
We're bringing something more to it. If you haven't and you don't know what we're talking about, that's okay. If this looks good, give it a try. But just be aware it is based on a game that already was out
2009.
more than a decade ago and wasn't that popular.
Yeah, it didn't do very well. In fact, I got rid of it before I made my major culls. It didn't even make my. It didn't make the minor culls back in the day. I don't remember hating it though.
Doing well though.
Yeah, it is.
The Russian campaign, the original 1974 edition. This one's interesting to me just because you were talking about how they didn't remake it. Here they were just like, it is from 1974.
Right,
you forget it.
Complexity.
Games,
I love that at the top of this complexity low.
And then look at the map.
No.
Someone's lying.
Yeah, no.
Come on. That's not low complexity. Maybe low for Compass games.
Right. Yes. One
There's
turn
a lot
equals
going
2
on
months.
One of the things I've always been fascinated is the map
That's how long it
scale.
would take me to take a turn. Yes.
No, not you. The map scale says 32 miles per hex. This happens in a lot of games, and I've always thought, do I care? Now, unit scale matters a little bit because it shows how small the units are. Map scale, I'm like, oh, I only play 34 or higher.
I think it's more a reference, right?
Sure,
it's just to let you know.
Average time to play
5 hours or
5 hours or less.
Okay. It's
So
okay then.
5 hours.
Well, at that point, you can put 70 hours or less, right? I mean, if it's or less, how do we know? Does that mean 5 is the max, maybe? I guess.
I'm really not
That is
buying
what they're
that.
implying, Mike.
Is it? I don't know. Bident. All right. This one's, yeah.
Wait, it says check out the full rules here. Let's let me see.
go.
How many pages are there? 12?
I'm going to
Oh,
say.
I like that. That's pretty slick, actually.
Okay, this actually, for a war game, that is actually pretty simple.
That's very.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's not bad. Look at that.
Those are actually well-written
These
rules,
are
too.
acrylic standees?
I tell you what, this That is less than many Euro games I've played.
Yeah.
This is from 1974?
I guess, yeah.
That's impressive.
Okay, maybe we were making fun of that complexity.
No,
Maybe it's right.
I've had a lot of people that play...
Complexity low, guys.
Right. Well, I've had a lot of people that play war games that have told me that I overestimate the difficulty of a lot of war games. That there are some that are very, like, not every war game is ASL.
Yeah, but I have a lot of
right?
Italo-Sarah games tell me that their games are simple, too. So I don't believe these lies.
What's ASL?
Advanced Squad Leader.
Is that a good one? Should I get that one?
You should get that one. Low complexity.
You should start with it
low
but I would throw
complexity.
all the expansions in.
What's the other one?
You don't want to start with the base.
Is it Magic Realm or what's the name?
Get Magic Realm.
Get Magic Realm too.
Okay.
Like
I heard 7 Ages was quick.
All right. Illuminati playing cards. So this one's not doing as well as the other one, but I bet Z thinks this one looks a little better.
I do?
It's very dark.
Well, you can read these cards.
Yeah, but they're only single. They're not the double, what do you call it?
One way.
Yeah.
These are better, yes.
That's what I
don't
said.
love them. I would never back these. I don't like dark bordered backs, for one thing. I have a few decks that have a back.
Well, can't you get this one, though?
Right about that, right there.
Yeah, I don't know what the backs of those cards look like. I'm talking about the reverse, the actual back of the cards.
These people are coming out of
If
the
the
frames.
edges are colored on the back.
Oh, there you go, right there.
Yeah, okay, so it has a white border. That's fine. I like that ace quite a bit. I think it's a good-looking ace.
Are these faded on purpose, or is that Photoshop?
Yeah. No. Those are gonna be. Those are gonna have an effect on them.
Right.
I like those. Those are very cool. I like the. I don't like the. Go back up to the 9. I don't like that they replaced the 1 pip with something mysterious or whatever. That looks lame.
The Illuminati
Really?
pyramid, man.
That one looks lame. It's not even close.
Well, what about the heart one that was up here?
The heart had like a broken thing through it.
Yeah. I like that
looks
a lot, actually.
That's way more subtle though, Tom. Come on. It's like it's like replacing one heart with like a thumbprint. It's like that's not even close.
I don't dislike this. I actually think that's
They
kind of
should
cool.
have replaced it with a cine.
But no, I don't like this deck very much. I don't like chord cards that are one-way designs.
Yeah.
It's a person, an illustration of a person, but only one way, as opposed to having rotational symmetry,
Yes, because when that happens, you tend to turn your card.
And I'm like,
and
you
then
called me a chord card, and that's when I'm like, all in.
Rotational symmetry.
Wait, you're all in when you know they have a card?
I'm going to start a band just so I can name it Rotational Symmetry.
Rotational symmetry? Okay, that one, you can have that one for
Chris,
free.
you in with me?
Minikin! Mini-U! Always original!
Super creepy.
These are weird. These are
really weird. Also, I have a strong suspicion that these don't really look that much like you, because if you notice, the people that they're showing that are always blurred. It's like, here's the Minikin, here's my blurred face, so you can't really tell. Also, they're spinning in chairs so fast you can't get a good look at their face. Is that? Wait, what? What? Whoa! I can't keep up. It's too fast. Is that really them? I don't know.
I don't think it's going to have enough detail for you to look at it and go, oh, yeah, that's definitely her.
I want people to know it's me. I just want to put it in places and
I think the head proportions
places.
are off. I'm sorry.
On purpose.
Well,
yeah,
sure.
it's
It's got a little bit of a chibi vibe to it. Yeah.
These are cheaper than I expected. I'll say that.
Like $25, right? Something like that.
All right, well, this one clearly does not look like that guy.
Well, but you can't tell because he's somewhat faded there. He's
they both have
blurry.
green shirts, so there's that.
Oh, okay.
Also, why isn't the Minikin doing this? That would have been much better.
I will say that box, that's pretty impressive box, though. If you're getting this for
packaging is fine.
I could see this as a funny gift to give somebody.
Sure.
Absolutely. I'm doing it.
Or if you want to put yourself in a war game for no reason at all.
Yeah, you can just, put these inside of baked goods and just give it as a surprise to somebody. It's like, here's a cupcake with a Minikin inside of it.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm just trying to
What
think
did you
of a
have
reason.
for lunch?
I
know what you had for
what I
lunch.
had for lunch.
All right. Yeah, look, that doesn't look the same.
Look, it's Kent. That's definitely Kent. That's actually not bad right there, I got to say.
Who's Kent?
That's Kent.
That person.
Oh.
Richard? That's not Richard. Oh, Nico, that's a pretty good one.
Wait a minute.
Kent is good.
No, look at Kent.
Richard
and look at Nico.
They're
Look-
the same person.
Look at the minis.
Also, they have a very striking resemblance, those two.
Those are the same.
No, they're not the same.
They're getting twins and putting different names and, same people. Oh, Charles looks very intense. John needs the VR goggles. Come on. How am I supposed to know if that's really John? No, I'm not a fan. Oh,
Okay,
that's
that one's the
cheating.
closest.
That's cool because he's bald.
Yeah, I know.
Wait,
bald
but that
people
one is
are-
actually that looks photoshopped. That mini looks identical to him.
That's the best one.
Is there facial hair on there? I don't know.
All right, well, if you want a
I'm
mini of
doing
yourself,
it. I'm doing it.
I've already done it for you. All right. All right, so this past year in 2020, Jamie Stegmaier decided to make a roll and write game.
Oh, Rolling Realms.
Rolling Realms that did all his games. I thought, and still think, it's a dumb idea.
You hate that. You hate
I
meta
really
stuff.
do.
It's like a self-referential thing.
very much
I don't mind when you're referencing other things.
Right.
But when you're like, yeah.
You don't
now,
kind of love that either, though. You don't really like board games about other board games, even.
No, if it's made for that purpose. Like, I didn't hate the Board Game Geek game, which was about collecting board games.
Okay.
No, and here's the thing. I heard that Jamie's game was fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, when I saw this one, I was like, what is this one?
Right.
Draft dice to play mini versions of past Mint series games.
Which they're already mini games.
They're already small, and not to mention, there are clearly better ones than not. And this isn't just me saying this. The last one, the Mint.
Yeah, you're
Mint
right.
Control.
Mint Control.
I wasn't the only one to give that a bad review.
It
That was
wasn't very
very widely beat up on.
Yeah, the Mint Cooperative was good. Mint Works was good. But
Mint Works was very good. Mint Cooperative was
pretty
fine.
good. Yeah.
I didn't like Mint Delivery, but I know some people did. And then Mint
okay.
Control. And I haven't played
didn't love
Mint
Mint
Bid,
Delivery
so I
either.
don't know what that one is.
I just wish this company would release mints at this point. Really, I mean, make
No.
mints that are shaped like little dice.
I love it. Now, what about the idea of this metal lunchbox that you can put all of these in?
Well, look, if I like the Mint games, of course, I'm a sucker for that. If I had them all.
These are so stupid.
I just don't like this whole little mini. This is too
Don't
meta.
say mint anymore.
Mint.
Mintalicious. I don't know. I don't hate this nearly as much as either of you two do. But
I
that
didn't
being
say I hate
said,
it. I hate the
I hate
idea.
it, okay?
I have zero
Let's
interest.
not mince words.
Mint.
Oh, let's not mince words.
You did it. You joined us.
Very good. This particular project I have zero interest in.
Well, I like, again, if they make another Mint game, I'm probably going to be a sucker and buy another one.
Sure.
But this one I don't like. I don't like that meta nonsense.
Yeah, I know you don't.
You haven't earned it.
You haven't earned it.
Anyway, no, I'm not interested.
Next
I-
up,
Stegmaier
Tiny
earned
Epic.
it?
I don't think so either, right?
I don't think it's about earning it or not earning it. By his logic, you never will. But
That's right.
Right.
I just think the self-referential sort of self-congratulatory pat on the back. I also don't like, we just saw this in a game we played the other day, a game that will reference its own logo or its other games on card art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you play a tile that's called Game Room.
Right.
And
it
on
has-
the table is one of their other games.
Yeah.
And you look at it and go, oh, so stupid. I hate that.
Right.
I don't know that. I
I want him to be
Etherfield's-
playing like I want him to be
Etherfield's
playing
did that.
chess or
Yeah, yeah.
something. I don't want him
Right.
to be playing your other published game.
I gotcha. Okay.
I don't know that I hate that so much. I just want it to be a little bit more.
I hate it.
Let's not mint words.
I want it to be a little less obvious. This is too
It's on the nose.
It's
flagrant.
tacky
Very
is
on
what
the
it
nose.
is, says Mandy and Steven are
That's
both
right.
saying that.
It's tacky.
All right. Dog Park, a beautiful board game about walking dogs. I just wish they don't call your game beautiful, but
It is beautiful.
It is
beautiful.
Ah, the doggies. So this is a new company, Birdwood Games.
Wait, Birdwood?
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe they're forward thinking.
Yeah, it's.
Dogwood.
I think this looks really nice, actually.
making a
Obviously,
bunch of money.
it's going to have people that are interested just because they're dog fans, just like cat games have people that are interested. But this looks
Is there
like
a
there's an
black-
actual game here.
Is there
you know
a
what I mean?
black German Shepherd? There better be a black German Shepherd.
No.
I don't see a black German Shepherd.
No, they'll get a mini.
I don't even see a German Shepherd there.
Oh, there's
that
probably a
one?
German Shepherd in here.
I don't see one on the
that's
box
a-
there, and all
that's a
some of these are
schnauzer.
not even dogs.
Some of these
What
are
about that
not
one? Look,
even
what about that
dogs.
one right there?
That's a husky.
I don't think you know what.
Well,
What
they've
about
got
that one right
famous-
there?
That's Lassie.
That's
the
Lassie.
same.
Newfoundland.
That's the same bird.
That's Lassie and Rin Tin Tin right there. European dogs, maybe it'll be in European dogs, the German Shepherd.
That is where they came from, you know.
Correct.
Wait, German shepherds are European?
Do you know that there was actually a
Home time.
backlash? There was a backlash against German Shepherds directly after World War II.
Yeah, I believe
in America.
that. Yeah, I believe
For that reason.
Sure.
They were called freedom shepherds.
This looks cute. It looks very cute.
I think so.
Yeah.
Still looking for the black German Shepherd.
Don't you worry about it. It's right there.
No,
It is right
no,
there.
that's not a German shepherd.
Do you even?
Also, they stole my idea for the game German Shepherd, but that's all right. This does look good.
That looks cute. I hope the game's good, but it looks like there's a ton going on.
It does look like it's a real, like a legit game.
It doesn't look like a light game, or at least not very light.
I don't care. This is the next Wingspan for dogs.
Could be.
Did someone say that? I feel like I already got someone's quote.
Maybe.
There's a solo mode.
I'm in.
Let's go,
Walking
Mike.
them dogs solo. I'm in. Meet the dogs. Gun dogs.
Hounds. Okay, fine.
Pastoral dogs.
Fine.
Terriers.
Great.
Toy dogs.
Not dogs.
Utility dogs. That would be your shepherd right there. Working dogs.
No, that's a shepherd.
Okay. Famous dogs. European dog. Okay, here we go.
Oh, I see. No, it's a Belgian shepherd. I don't want no Belgian.
That's
I want
a shame.
German.
That's a
German or
shame.
nothing.
That's a shame.
What's under the hood in this thing? Is it a Belgian or a shepherd?
Walk the Aussie. All
All
right.
right. No, it looks really good. And you know what? This is one of those projects I'm glad to see exist as a first-time project. You're like, all right, cool. You brought something slightly different to the table.
And joking aside, this is a stellar-looking page,
No,
right?
they knocked
They
it out
did
of
a
the park.
great job.
This looks like its own thing for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are making a lot of money, and that's not just it's not just having a theme that appeals to people.
It looks, yeah.
The game looks good too.
They've obviously put, a lot of time into, and I love, I'm probably going on too much about this, but I don't care. I love this kind of trend of screen printed wooden meeples.
Oh my word! You can't make
all about
You can't make non-screen printed meeples. We won't even look at you.
I mean, I love it.
All right. North Cape Naval Miniatures board game.
This is an interesting story. Did you read a little bit about this? Apparently, they found like a few hundred copies, like in a warehouse somewhere, and these are like literally parts of those were put into this, if I understood it correctly. I didn't read it in too much, but see right here. 3,000 copies of the game were made. Only 1,600 of it were ever sold due to a manufacturing error, yada, yada, yada. After inspection of the original stock, we have enough for 560 complete vintage box sets. For these, we're reprinting the game boards and recasting new ship models. That's really interesting to me.
I just think it's weird that we have two games this week that are both clearly from the 70s.
Yeah, yeah.
So when is this from?
1978.
Yeah, 78 molds. And these ships are tiny.
Yeah, this is kind of the old minis. They used to have these little metal ships like that that you would move.
I don't know. I just like the story of this, right?
Yeah, that's cool. For a collector,
yeah,
this is as cool as it gets,
right.
Unless you find a game, like a historic game.
Right.
Complete,
it's
preserved in some sort of amber.
Right, yeah, this is literally some vintage, kind of like vintage there. It's interesting.
You can clone the game.
All right, SolForge Fusion hybrid deck game. Now, we were talking about this before we turned on the thing. This is from Stoneblade Games, who's made Ascension and, SolForge, for example.
Right.
Now, SolForge, if I understand correctly, was only online.
I believe so, yes.
Some sort of electronic game.
Right.
So, when if I had not run into Justin Gary,
correct,
who owns a company at Gen Con. It was the last day of Gen Con. We were all kind of just chilling.
He doesn't just own a company at Gen Con.
Right.
No, he owns Stoneblade.
Right. Yeah. We saw him at Gen Con.
Words and their order matters. Also, words.
Blah, 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 blah.
Anyway, we talked to him there. He talked about this.
If he hadn't talked to us,
I would have had zero.
I don't think I would have looked at it and gone, okay, and moved on.
The name would have got my attention because it's Richard Garfield.
The designer's names.
Yeah, Richard Garfield and Justin Gary.
Yeah, they're working together on this.
Right. And it's basically, it sounds like a similar idea. I don't want to compare it to Keyforge.
But okay, anyway, he straight up compared it to Keyforge.
Yeah.
It's nay on the Forge cake.
No, but this is really cool. Right. This is 4 decks of completely unique cards.
Right.
Well, they're decks, and then you put 2 decks together.
Right.
Yes, okay, same thing.
Come on, Mike.
Word.
Same as me! Same as me!
So you take 2.
Yes.
2 unique decks and put them together to form a unique
decks. Like they are like Keyforge. The same deck will never exist again.
No other deck like it, yes.
But then you're combining 2. So you're doing a little bit of customizing to your final.
And I love that. That's because that's the thing missing from Keyforge for me.
Now, if it was 3 decks.
That's next year.
That's a tri-deck.
Or maybe if they were foil cards.
No, let's leave that alone.
This sounds cool. I will say, from a pitch point of view, like if I hadn't seen this at all, I'm like, ooh, this sounds cooler than Keyforge.
Right.
I think it does not look as good as Keyforge. And I'm talking about literally, like, it doesn't look as good.
I agree.
As Keyforge. The game looks interesting, and I'm thinking that it will be a good game.
Yeah.
it already comes from a game that existed, so it's not like they're inventing the wheel here over again. SolForge was out; it's done its thing. You can also do this thing, which is cool. Where you can these cards, these decks have a QR code. You can scan that and play it in tabletop
simulator, yeah.
So it makes your deck in there. Now you can use your own deck in there too. That's really cool.
That is very cool.
Richard Garfield also wears cool hats.
He does.
Is that where you got that from?
No, but
yeah, it is.
oh, there's Justin Gary.
Yep.
And so I just wish the card frames and kind of the graphic design was a little more modern.
Yeah, it looks a little dated for sure.
That being said, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I love this idea. I've always liked the whole Smash Up. That was the first game I've ever saw where you took two decks and put them together.
Of Smash Up, but yeah, I will tell you. After talking to him, I was thinking, this guy has something going on here. Like you come away from hearing his pitch and you're like, this could be something big, right? I mean, he definitely has. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, between him and then, in an unrelated conversation, was talking to Richard Garfield online. They both made it sound really interesting.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't love all his games, but for the most part, Richard Garfield, his games I really do enjoy. I like him more than not. I think he's a brilliant designer.
Sure.
If he had stopped with Magic, he's fine, right? But he has Magic, King of Tokyo, Robo Rally, SolForge here, and many other games. It's very impressive, and they're not. Oh well, Keyforge, for example, is his. So he's done this before.
Bunny Kingdom.
Bunny Kingdoms. I do like Bunny Kingdoms.
No, Bunny Kingdoms is a very popular game.
Yeah, you love it.
Yeah.
I do.
That's what I was pointing out. You're a Bunny Kingdom fan. You're a bunny fan. You love bunnies.
Right.
Stop.
Anyway, what's next, man?
We are at Limbo, Eternal War.
Go back to
Eternal War 1.5, a fantasy skirmish game.
Don't keep me in limbo.
This is from Limbo Miniatures.
Of course it is. There is nothing but cool miniatures here. Well, that I think is true. I think truer words have never been spoken.
This is what the thing is. Yeah, the game.
I thought that was your comment. Was
that's what it says right there. There is nothing but cool miniatures here.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That's a bad tagline.
That's not a good tagline.
Do you want a game?
It might be a good game.
Is Gluttony Box also on the nose?
A little bit. The minis look,
I'm sure that they will be good. I'm not sure. I imagine they will be good.
Right.
There's a game here, though, right?
Apparently.
Or is this like sort of just for folks to paint or whatever?
No, there's a game.
Does it have a solo mode?
Yeah, you talk about how some pages look good.
This just does not look good at all.
Oh, my word. This is a badly
What mystery?
page.
Yeah.
Look at the original 1.0 rule.
Yeah, the image is over it.
Well, but you never know. Sometimes formatting, we may have to who knows?
Yeah, look at this. The original 1.0 rule book, at least it looked pretty. What? It did? The original rules had problems, were unplayable.
I didn't catch that.
At least they're being honest there.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Wait. They straight up said our original rule book.
Are they taking someone else's product? Let's be careful here. Are they taking someone else's product and redoing it?
I don't think you should say that still. Goodness.
Probably not, but...
Yeah, this is so not in my wheelhouse.
Right.
I mean, the way the cards look here, they look old-fashioned. This looks like it came out in the 80s, actually.
Right. I think that Navy game looks more modern.
Except the minis look really good, I guess. Yeah. All right. Last board game project, sort of. Hex, the versatile magnetic gaming organizer.
I'm looking at you, Z.
Why?
This is exactly like we talked about the other week, except in plastic instead of wood, and you loved that wood product.
I did?
You hated it.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing. No, that was me who yelled about it.
No, you didn't like the hexes. You thought the hexes were stupid. Tom hated this project.
I said it didn't fit in the corner of the table.
I thought you didn't like it either. Maybe I'm wrong.
I didn't like
the
it
only thing I
liked
was the bottle cap thing.
I just saw these at Gen Con, actually.
Oh, did you? They had them there?
They had them right across, like, I got 2 booths from us, Mike.
Really? Well, I didn't pay any attention. Obviously,
You were
I didn't
there.
see them either.
Yeah, I saw them. They're too small. These hexes, one of those hexes.
Wait, you saw these or you saw the other ones?
Not these.
Oh, I know that. We saw those.
We saw those.
It's the same thing, man.
No, this is plastic and it looks
plastic. Also,
the wooden ones, the nice ones from Wormwood.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're too small. The hexes, look at the size of those. They're about the size of this.
And this is the reason
cup holder.
This is the reason why, right here, this picture. I think the whole reason they made them this small was because that's really what they're trying to sell. They're trying to sell
Catan.
That's what it's about.
Well,
it's
if
not
they want to sell
about
Catan, they need to bring back Mayfair and buy it back.
right. But I think that's why they're that small.
Look at that, you cannot even fit the trains in it.
That's
ridiculous.
not all of them. I guarantee you that is not all of
You
them.
probably shouldn't eat your breakfast cereal in it.
Yeah, because
Okay.
also your spoon doesn't fit in there. This is coming from a man who does board game breakfast every week. But yeah, you can't even fit your spoon in there. Board game breakfast. Mic drop.
Look at that. It holds 4 8-sided dice barely on half of one of those.
Well, if you put them in perfectly.
Come on.
Yeah.
These are too small to be useful. I get the Catan
And that's
thing.
not happening. You're not rolling dice in those. Come on.
Right. There's no way for it to roll.
No.
Monopoly
it might be cool.
money,
Actually, you know what might be cool?
That's what you...
If they sold for that die rolling one, a plastic dome that went over that.
Like a Pop-O-Matic?
No, just I can
Just
pick
shake
it up
it.
and shake it and put it back down.
That I don't hate.
You know?
Sure.
But wait, you can get the mini
that's what
to
you
hold one piece, or to put a port on Catan. Because again,
this is clearly
only reason this exists.
This is clearly for selling Catan. That's what for
I don't
people
like
who
how
own
these
Catan.
look either. They look like you broke off a top part of something, like the lid broke off.
They look like a 3D prototype to me.
Well, I think they are.
No, but they look like it.
I don't like the name of the company. I just like everything about this.
The wooden ones are elegant, and
Also,
I don't think they are
These are
very
not
useful.
cheap either.
I think the wooden ones are not very useful, okay, from Wormwood. But they are
gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
Like warm, well finished.
Yeah,
The stain on them is going to be attractive.
Right.
These look utilitarian, and I don't like these. Yeah.
Nah.
Now, if it was a table on top of a table, now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
I can't wait for that to come out.
Or some motion detector shoes.
We're getting a table on top of a table on top of a table.
Is that a thing?
We're going to do it.
We can make it.
We're going to put a card table on top of this.
And then a table.
And then that on top of that.
And then cup holders up there.
Correct.
At that point, we're going to just flip the gravity of the room. Let's go see what Mark is doing.
Ooh.
And we'll be back.
What you doing, Mark?
Hey folks, welcome back to our Dice Tower preview recap. I'm Mark, and today we're going to be trying to save the environment, and we're going to be trudging through the forest. Also, we're going to be battling it out in a magical tower. And there is a world where we will also be engaging in an epic war. All right, so let's get to it. And first up, we have Beware of Bears, which I'm actively trying to do as we speak. Oh yeah, bears. The thing about this game is that you're trying to survive and get out of the forest and basically be a hindrance to the other hikers trying to do the same thing and avoiding bears along the way. So it is a lightweight, family-friendly-esque type game, but there is some take that there. But they did a nice job of filling the urgency to get out of the forest. And next up we have The Spill. Now, they did a really nice job making this a thematic game. You are trying to save the environment. There's a oil rig with black dice, which is a dice tower. You drop in and the dice spill out as if it's an oil spill. Really well done, actually. Now, you're trying to save the sea life, and it is a race against time, so you have to work together. And next up, we have Altanor's Secrets. This is a 1v1 where you have a team battling out in a magical tower. Now this tower is so cool because the rings of the tower rotate and you can manipulate them to your advantage and get to the center and do various tasks and things. But your goal is to wipe out your opponent, really. But the way they've done this, the card play and how the tower can be manipulated is really cool. And next up, we have SolForge Fusion. As it implies, you're taking 2 decks and fusing them together to create your battle team. And you're moving in lanes and trying to defeat your opponent. All kinds of card combos, all kinds of great battle strategies to employ here. But what's cool, as you play cards, you get to upgrade cards and add them to your deck for later use, things like that. So all kinds of different ways to put those together and all kinds of teams to create, and all the decks are generated, so no two are alike. All right, so for my pick of the week, now, I liked several of these games. Yes, I know, I say that a lot. They had some amazing artwork, some really fun things, like Altanor's Secrets. That tower, how you rotate it and can manipulate it to go after your opponents. Really, really well done. Now, I love cooperative games, so for my pick, I'm going with The Spill. It is super thematic with that oil rig being the dice tower and so forth. Really, really well done. And I love time pressure in games, and this one definitely has it in spades as you try to save the animals as the oil continues to spill out. Alright folks, if any of these games look like they might be of interest to you, please go check out our full previews. And if you want your game featured as a Dice Tower preview, please shoot me an email. Alright folks, until next time, we'll see you at the table.
Ooh, it's a ghost bear.
He did vanish.
It vanished at the very end.
It looks really real.
That was super realistic.
All right.
There.
So what's a trope that happens in movies that never happens in real life is when people go to the grocery store and they come home with their groceries in a paper bag, which don't exist anymore. They always have a loaf of bread sticking out. And yet in my life, I don't think I've ever seen that.
You have to go to like France or something.
Or the baguette.
Anyway, well, if you want to do that here, you can get the Super Carrier 2.0.
Oh, it is a baguette.
Yes. Okay, actually, I'm not here to mock this project.
Is this supposed to be a joke project? Because it looks like a very reasonable,
No. This is actually
thing.
not a bad project.
No.
Especially, I don't know if you have the thing where you got in the store and you don't want to buy those extra bags they sell.
Yes. The other thing that this might be a me thing, but I always get a little skeeved out by putting meat next to other food products in my bags.
Whatever. That's an old man thing.
I don't care. I don't want like raw chicken, even if it's packaged. I want to keep that separate. I want to have a little barrier. This allows me to have a barrier. I don't want my raw chicken next to my Fruity Pebbles, is all I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're not worried about that?
They must be separated, Tom.
It's not going to go through the box. But you always put your frozen food together anyway because the frozen food keeps each other frozen.
Well, chicken doesn't have to be frozen. It can be refrigerated.
You keep your frozen food together, refrigerated food together. It keeps it all cold. You wouldn't be putting them together anyway.
I would.
And besides, if you're going to Walmart or any of these other grocery stores, it's one food item per bag anyway.
That's also very
I don't know if you've noticed that.
That is very
days.
true, yes. No, but I do think this is a pretty clever idea, right?
I like it. That's why I put it on here. I was just laughing about the baguette sticking out of it.
Yeah. I don't know that I would be putting an entire,
this is the farmer's
garden
market
in my bag, but otherwise.
That's a cliche bag.
For sure.
I'm here to make stew.
Right. Here we go. I have enough vegetables to feed 15 people.
I also worry that if you put too much stuff in this bag, it ain't going to be easy to carry.
Well, yeah.
Is there ever a shot of someone actually holding the bag?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. See, separating hot and cold. I love it. Carry one bag you like, small and four. There we go.
I see them opening it and closing it. Yeah.
You don't need to carry it. That's
there it is.
There we go. Look at that. That's a stylish bag.
Like a really different bag.
That's a stylish bag. Splash proof. All right.
He's putting a bunch of water jugs in to show how strong it is.
That's good.
That is definitely a QVC thing they're doing there. Just how strong. There,
Look
Z,
at
you
that.
said you want to see how they held the bag.
All these people walking in different environments too, Z. Look at that. That bag looks stylish in any background.
Wait. Their hair turns green there. See it? Did you see the hair turn green in front of the thing? Watch.
Let's not get caught up in the details, Tom.
It's see-through, Tom, because they got a green screen.
It's not a green screen. It's actual real stuff.
Yeah, the hair becomes see-through there for a moment.
That's good stuff. It's easy clean.
I like,
It's not expensive either.
No, it's not bad.
And if you call now, you get an extra bag.
That's correct. Just pay for shipping.
All right.
Oh, look at that reference. The McDLT of grocery bags. Jason, I like it. Do either of you remember the McDLT?
No.
McDonald's keeps the hot side hot and the cool side cool. They actually had it separated. Tom's already annoyed. The hot stuff was on one side. The cool stuff.
A McDLT? What is that?
McDonald's sold it for like a year and a half.
What was it?
I just told you it was a burger that kept all the hot stuff was on one side of the container. It was a styrofoam container, which you couldn't do today. And then all the cold side so that your lettuce didn't get wilted, your tomatoes didn't get wilted.
Ooh, I forgot about styrofoam containers.
You just would go boop, and now you got yourself a grown-up burger. It was marketed to grown-ups, Z. That was not for the kids, the McDLT.
Can we talk about the Call of Cthulhu
Do we have
chocolate bar?
The McDLT was a huge flop, yes, Gator. It was very expensive. Some of their flavors sounded great. This is horrifying.
That looks like an awful soap.
Yeah, you were saying it looks like
looks like that soap that like very
and why is Cthulhu
homemade
on the toilet there?
Well, that was
a terrible illustration.
that was H.P. Lovecraft's illustration. Apparently,
He's on a toilet.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently.
Why would you put that in your packaging of chocolate? Of all things. Come on.
He's on the throne. Some of these flavors actually sound very tasty. This one, not so much. This is horrifying sounding, which I guess it should be.
Why would I buy it? Yeah, like Les Mis, chocolate. Wait, it weeps when you open it. Treasure Island.
Also,
you're going to break a tooth off.
Isn't there something like a little bit insensitive about Les Mis chocolate? Am I missing something there?
I guess, Mike, that's a real stretch.
This whole project is a huge stretch. See?
The whole thing just seems so snooty. I suppose if you want to give it to someone who you know is a reader and you want to get them a little gift, this is cute, I guess.
I'll tell you what, there's no better accessories when you're reading a book
than melting chocolate. Yeah.
Actually, the Alice in Wonderland sounds good, so I read that they were rose petals. I'm not sure that's a good combo.
Yeah, no, but some of these are pretty good. Like honey and white chocolate.
All right, how much are they?
I will avoid buying chocolate.
$10 for a chocolate bar?
Plus shipping.
Wait, you get a deal if you get 2.
No,
20.
No, you don't. There's no deal.
What if you want 3?
$30.
And if you want 5, there's not even a discount.
$50.
That's weird,
What if you want 4? You're out of luck.
Too bad.
No, okay, no.
Or 6.
7.
You're out
10,
of luck.
there's still no discount.
I tell you what, there's
But 12.
$120.
12, you don't even get to pick which flavors you get.
No, you get
it gets
them all.
worse as it gets bigger.
Matter of fact, not only do you not get them all, you get all of the Cthulhu one because that's the one they got to
Wait,
get rid
20
of.
for 200? Are you kidding me? There's no discount the more you get? That's crazy.
No.
This seems really weird.
Keeps going.
It's just like, come on, guys. Once you sold me 25, let me pay $245 or something.
$4,700.
They might be good
$47,000.
readers. They're not great with the math. You know, they don't understand supply and demand.
That's pretty impressive looking, though. Actually, I like to look at that. With the
I hate
matcha.
everything about it.
You've hated everything about a lot of stuff today. All right.
Z's been doing a lot of leaning back and annoyance.
I want to know about this.
I love it.
Okay, Rens Nomad.
I can't
the
figure this
all-in-one
out.
waterproof coffee shoe. I would have laughed at this. At first, I thought this was a shoe for drinking coffee out of.
I really did. I thought that this was like a shoe that's designed to drink
I thought
coffee
it was
out
a
of.
silly nonsense thing. And then it made $340,000. And then I'm looking at it, and it looks like they're just waterproof shoes that somehow
I think
use coffee.
They use coffee grounds.
Technology?
Coffee grounds in the production of these exploding shoes.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's making so much money. How?
They're
don't know.
recycled. There's also like one image with a shoe farting, which
Yeah,
is great.
that's what I meant by the exploding
Where is
shoes.
that?
Keep going. No, it's
Keep
down.
going
It's down
down, keep
further.
going down.
It's like an animated GIF. Keep going.
I'm looking at all this. Hang on.
Look, this one, that one right there. Go back up.
Get ready. It's
Watch
about
it.
to blow. Boom!
All right. Anyhow, maybe these are great shoes.
There's one image way down
Yeah.
that I thought was ridiculous. They show you how it's made. And like how it's made from there.
There we go.
Check this
Look at
out.
that.
Look.
Coffee grounds.
See, it's coffee
Yeah,
grounds,
no.
and then
And right down, boom,
magic.
it's a shoe.
That's how they make it. Okay.
All right. So I don't get it. This must be advertised somewhere else.
Pretty sure these are Nikes that fell off the back of a truck somewhere.
No, but
That's what I'm thinking this
must
is.
be advertised
It must
somewhere
be.
else, and it's
well,
coming
no, they
here.
showed like 15, 20 different print magazines and TV things. Look, I do like the idea.
Does anyone in the comments know what this is? Like, why is this a thing?
I think it's a thing because they're trying to be more sustainable. I don't have any problem with the idea.
They're not saying sustainable shoes. They're saying coffee shoes.
No, they kind of are. They're saying recycled water bottles for one part of the shoe and the recycled coffee grounds for another part of the shoe. I think that's a great idea. I've never tried any of the shoes that are made from those types of products. If they're viable, why the heck not, right?
Well, I
That's
can tell
great.
you why not, because I have never in my life spent $179 for a pair of sneakers.
Well, they're $99 here, but a lot of people
That's
have.
not
Now, I'm
uncommon,
with you, Tom.
That's
I'm
not an uncommon price for a pair
It's
of
not at
sneakers.
all uncommon.
It's uncommon for me.
I get that, but you're not the target.
Like, what's the most you've ever spent on a pair of sneakers? Not shoes, because I know shoes can go pretty high.
Sneakers?
Yeah.
$40, $50. I
I've
don't
spent
know.
more than that, but not that much.
I spent I think $75 once, and I thought I was high class at that point.
I don't remember spending that much for a pair of sneakers. I really doubt
Shoes,
that I
I've
did.
gone up to 100, but even then, that's the highest, and I expect them to last like 6 years or more.
Shoes are not something necessarily I think you should cheap out on. Your feet are important.
I 100% agree. I just think these are really
disagree.
expensive.
Shoes are shoes are shoes.
No. You should buy good quality.
You're definitely wrong there.
I am. I know. I'm kidding. But
I was gonna say, I know he's a
I
big
think
shoe
it caps
guy.
off at like literally $100.
I
After
agree.
that, you're
I
just
agree.
paying for a brand, or
Sure.
you're paying for.
It's like stereo systems.
Right.
There comes a point where
Yeah, like after a certain amount of money, you can't tell the difference anymore. You just think you can.
Right.
Okay, go back to your Cthulhu chocolate and get out of my face.
all right,
So coffee shoes, you want these?
I'm in.
not particularly.
some?
I want the coffee socks.
What about a double bundle?
They're also supposed to help with odor control, they said.
Well, that.
Oh, no, that's an interesting
Why don't
idea.
they lead off with that?
They said it. All those people, there's a bunch of coffee in that picture. You just can't see it.
That's correct.
Got it. All right. And our final project is a multiple drink tray holder, configurable, reusable.
Collapsible, biodegradable, drinkable.
So,
It's also cardboard. It's just
So
simply a
let's-
cardboard tray.
so let's say you want to hold drinks.
Yeah.
And the place is they're like, let's say you ask them to give it to you. What do you think they're gonna give you?
This. Let's say you're at Trader Joe's and you buy, I don't know, 7 to 8 to 12 bottles of something.
Yeah.
And you say, they're going to give you this.
I know. This isn't a new thing.
No. This is like what they hold like tomato sauce cans and things in.
Yes. This. If you open up a box of drinks, this is what's in it. But
Right.
you could also kickstart it for $20.
Right.
For a cardboard box.
Also,
but
what is
somebody
this
at
contract that they took
Somebody
a
at
picture
Trader
of?
Joe's needs,
Wait,
you know,
did they?
what is this?
I think it's filing for their patent, apparently.
Are you kidding me? They got a patent for this?
Oh, they got a patent, Tom.
You know how much a patent costs? They're not cheap.
In 2019, apparently, they got that
You got
done.
a super chat in there, Tom.
Oh!
Super
These shoes work like caffeine patches. Not a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh.
Well, if you're wearing socks, it's okay.
They work like caffeine patches? Maybe.
Mark
I
Stream.
doubt it. They might not have any caffeinated content in them
They
anymore.
may not, yeah.
Okay, nothing. I'll tell you later. Yeah, I feel bad for this because, again, I mean, I feel bad, but it's also funny. I just think
It's $46.
It's silly because it's like, hey, I have an idea that already exists.
It
Definitely
very much already exists.
Yeah, it's not even like a twist on
What
it.
are you patenting here? It's a cardboard box.
Well, if you notice, it showed a patent application. If the patent application was in 2019, it would be done.
That's probably
I bet
true.
that they rejected it. Someone said it looks like it holds 12 magic decks. Oh, she should be pivoting to a different audience.
That's what it is.
All right, enough of that. All right, folks, I don't have a poll today, so whatever project you like the best, mention in the comments, and we'll randomly look at them all and pick which one we think the people like the best. So say
There
what
we
your
go.
favorite one is in the comments. Meanwhile, Mike, what's yours?
You're going to guess, you said.
Yeah, you're
Tom.
gonna
Oh,
guess.
I think Mike picked the dog one.
No, I didn't actually. That would probably be my second choice.
You're wrong.
I'm actually going to pick the Spill because I really do think
All
that
right.
looks interesting. That's one that I would absolutely like to play. I saw the prototype at Gen Con, but there were always people around, so I didn't actually get a chance to play it. But I kind of, loomed over people's shoulders uncomfortably and looked at it. It looked good.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Yeah.
I agree, this looks good.
All right. Z, I think you picked EOS.
I did. You're right.
Ah.
Yes. Got one right.
All right.
I
I
think
don't know
this
what
looks-
you're going to pick.
I think this looks really captivating. I love the bright look. I like the theme. I'm a fan of games. There's something about this that feels very much like... There's a lot of European companies that
Yeah.
tend to have a very specific look. Usually like French companies or Polish companies.
Right.
And this looks like those games. And I am a huge fan of that style. Also, that angel right there, what are they holding, Mike?
It's a bident.
A bident.
Right. If there isn't a bident card by the end of this
I want a
project, I'm
promo
going to feel
bident
very,
card.
very disappointed.
All right.
And then Tom,
I think you might pick what the people are overwhelmingly saying in the chat. Dog Park has been by far the most important.
Yeah, actually, that is mine. I almost picked SolForge. If it looked better, SolForge would have been my pick because I love that
I think
idea.
SolForge might end up being a game I really, really like.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it will be too.
Yeah.
I'm just a little unhappy with the lack of black German Shepherds in this dog park.
It might
thing.
be in there. It might be in
I
there.
believe
Tom.
there
You
are
never
no
know.
German Shepherds in it.
No.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I went to the subreddit,
It's in the Poodle expansion.
Subreddit.
The subreddit.
and there was no German.
No, but I like dogs. I think we
Sure.
have too many cat games, frankly. There's not enough dog games.
That's probably true now. Yeah. Cats have become one of the.
And that's not even I joke about. I don't like cats. I like dogs. I think there really is a ton of cat games out there.
There are. Yeah.
So you are joking. You do like cats.
From afar.
I don't like cats. Kittens are cute. Cats are fine, I guess.
You dislike cats?
Yeah, but I love dogs.
Oh, interesting.
Especially my dog.
Yeah. How do you feel about various rabbits?
I don't know why anyone would ever get one. They just sit there.
They do.
They're adorably fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
And delicious.
And braised.
Wait, is that German Shepherd? No, it's a Shetland sheepdog. Come on now.
No, look, right there. Oh, no, that's a Yorkie.
People can't see this, so.
Yeah, they can.
Oh, now they can. Roy fixed it.
I saw a Rottweiler down there.
I do like the bits there.
All right. Oh, and then people also agreed. This is the people's choice. Definitely was the dog one too.
Yeah, this was.
Lots of screen printed goodies.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
This is cute.
Alrighty.
I think all of our choices were good this week, actually.
Well, thank you.
I'd play all of those.
And there's a decent amount of
Sure.
good-looking projects. You know?
Yeah, there's not like giant, overwhelming
Yeah,
projects. They're
yeah.
like just straightforward projects, and I'm okay with that. You know,
Correct.
we don't need these
I agree.
humongous things every week.
Good
Although
stuff.
there's some humongous ones we'll be talking about probably next week.
Right.
And we'll see you then. This is the last live thing for today. I think we got tomorrow board game breakfast.
Bam.
Mm-hmm.
What time do we run board game breakfast?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock here in the studio.
He's trying to keep. I thought you were trying to keep a sneeze in.
Or a cough.
Or a
something.
cough or
Are you
something,
okay?
yeah. It's going to happen. Get ready.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I lost it.
his hat's about to blow off the top of his head.
It's going to be like those coffee shoes any minute. Just watch.
All right, until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Mike DeLisio.
Thanks to Mark. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.